Thank you. So despite the horrible situation we have in the world, from economic and environmental, social, political, nothing beats a good downer to start a conversation. I have to say I have never been as optimistic as I am today. And two reasons I'll call out. One is what I've learned over the last 2 days. The incredible science and engineering and ingenuity that we as people and as an organization can bring to transform what it is that we do and how we live and where we live is mind-boggling. The second reason why I'm super optimistic is the world that we live in from an experience economy perspective. I am in awe as I think about how Amazon has forever transformed retail and Netflix forever transformed but did Netflix transform the movies industry? Yeah, Airbnb transformed hospitality. And smart cities transformed, well, maybe everything or nothing. Smart cities has been around for a long time, and it may be one of those things that we kind of overpromised and underdelivered. I think by and large, there's a lot of disappointment about what smart cities have accomplished for the communities that we live in. And it shouldn't be that way. So I'd like to explain why. For starters, who cares really about a smart city? And that comes from the guy who leads smart cities. As a citizen, I couldn't care less. Now, mind you, I'd rather live in a smart city than in a dumb city, but I really don't need to know if the city is smart. What I do care about is, do I have the quality of life in my community? Do I get the jobs and do I make the right money? Is the community I live in the right steward of our environmental and ecological resources? Are our resources and our buildings responsive to my needs? Is the community safe and healthy? And I assume you kind of all share this, and no matter where you live and what city you live, one way or another, these are the outcomes that you're looking for. And smart and technology is really just means to an end to maybe accomplish or support some of it, but certainly not the purpose. Now, as an architect and a planning and engineering firm, we have for hundreds of years, not us hundreds of years, as a sector for centuries, built infrastructure and communities that accommodate our changing needs. And this particularly has been kind of amplified with the tools given to us by the first, second, and third industrial revolution, steam engines and electrification and then automation. But now we're living in this fourth industrial revolution, or Industry 4.0, that is giving us a whole new set of capabilities that we have at the tip of our fingers, with which we can start to transform how we work, live, learn, and play in the communities in which we live. So one of those technologies is the Internet of Things, and this notion that the Internet as we know it has evolved from an Internet for people to an Internet of Things. Over 40 billion smart devices and systems are connected and communicating over the Internet today. From smart light poles to fire hydrants to cars to even toilets in our house and thermostats all start to become connected devices that are intelligent and instrumented and can start to communicate with one another. This 40 billion numbers of devices is growing at a staggering 20% year over year, and it's completely blanketing the communities that we live in. Now add to this some other incredible technologies, the Internet of Trust, like blockchain, or artificial intelligence, which we've spoken about a lot. The future of autonomous vehicles, which we spoke of, and robots, and cloud, and mobile, and the list goes on, of these fourth industrial technologies that are forever going to be, in my opinion, the catalyst for change in our communities. And if we intelligently use these capabilities, we can forever change the expectations that we have, decarbonizing our cities, creating economic opportunity, delivering safer and healthier environments, improving services and experience, and of course, optimizing mobility and traffic and transit in our cities. Now here's the good news. There are tons of smart solutions out there, from smart toilets to smart cars, to smart buildings, to smart mobility, to smart traffic. So there's no shortage of capability. But here's the bad news. As a community builder, as a municipal leader or a developer, where the heck do you start? It is overwhelming. Cities are complex networks of systems and infrastructure. And it's not that I want one thing to happen to me, a healthy city. I want happy and healthy and an economic prospering city. I want all of it. So how do we create an infrastructure that is digitally enabled, that is going to make sense out of all those smart capabilities and smart technologies? And this is where Stantec comes in. We are in the perfect place to match demand, what we expect from our communities, with supply, all these innovative technologies, and create a strategy and a roadmap on how communities can embrace these capabilities and transform the communities forever. Now, the problem of today's approach, where there's so many solutions out there, is that all these capabilities are implemented as pilots. They're disconnected, they're disjointed, they have each their own infrastructure, they don't interoperate one another, and ultimately we're paying way more for it. So what we're trying to do is help communities from these one-off applications and solutions to make technology and innovation part of the DNA of a city. And one of those cities that has gone through exactly this journey, and I call it a journey because being smart and thinking about technology is not an end state, it's a process that will never end in a way. One of those cities is the city of Markham. I happen to live there, but it's a population of about 350,000 people in southern Ontario, one of the largest and fastest growing communities in one of the fastest growing regions in North America. And to absorb this growth, this community is building a 1,200-acre high-density greenfield district. Now, 1,200 acres is about 900 American football fields, and for anybody outside of North America, it's about 600 real football fields or soccer fields. Now, this Markham Center, if you look at what Markham wants to achieve with it, it's not that they want it to be a smart city, because they know nobody cares, but they have identified 4 very explicit outcomes that they believe will set this community apart. First is around improved mobility, moving people, goods, and you heard a lot about mobility in the presentations before. Second is the celebration of the ecological system in this community and creating a climate sustainability approach towards how we work, live, learn, and play there. Third is ensuring that there are frictionless services to the citizens and the businesses in the community, that it's really easy to interact with the city. You never have to do anything, click more than 3 times, and never have to give your same information twice. And third is to obviously focus on efficient city operations and reducing costs and optimizing performance. So those are the 4 key drivers of this community. And so the city knows that they need to apply smart technology or digital technology to achieve this in a sustainable way. But they don't want to focus on pilots and one-offs and then go down a path where they have a hard time bringing it all together, so they want to be very strategic about it. So with them, we've built a smart city strategy and roadmap that drew where they want to go, painted the picture of the vision and the aspiration of the community, and drew a roadmap or a path, charted a path on how to get there and how to use technologies and how to create a smart culture. And as a result, they now have a plan and a strategy that's going to help them engage the community, work very well together with industry, and create a digital blueprint to make sure that no investments are made twice. There's 5 key principles or ingredients that makes this community smart. Only one of them is technology. First, people first and purpose-driven. Know why you do this, and technology will follow. Second, Markham knows they cannot do this alone, and they build a collaborative ecosystem, working with public sector, private sector, agencies, community, academia. Only when we all get our voices together and it's diverse and inclusive, we have something that is sustainable. Third, they have to break down barriers by changing governance and regulation, make procurement easier, make privacy rules very transparent, and create a source of open data that everyone can share in this. Fourth is to create a digital infrastructure that can be shared amongst all those connected devices and innovations. And only fifth is to have a process of identifying, selecting, and implementing the right smart solutions. And Markham recognizes when they are intentional about all those 5 components of being smart, that they will have a city that is happier, healthier, and ultimately more prosperous and smarter to boot. So in short, you don't have to be a city with 350,000 people. Maybe you're a city with 1 million people, or 2, or 10, or maybe you're a small community, rural, with 5,000 people. We believe that any community that is people-centric first and purpose-driven knows what they want to achieve, what their aspirations are and their ambitions are, that are taking a design-led approach, not technology first, design-led approach, hence why Stantec is so good at this with all the capabilities and experience that we have, but then power that and enable that with technology, that those are the communities that are going to unlock the value of what a smart city can be and forever create better places where we work, live, learn, and play. So I'll close by saying the future is here. All the capabilities are here, and Stantec has all the expertise to bring this to the table and help our communities start today. Thank you.